Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name's Janelle, and I live in South Korea. I actually lived here for 2 years before. I had actually moved right when the pandemic hit. Like, I think I got here about a week before like everything happened. So I moved here in 2020, and then I left in 2022, and then I hiked the Appalachian Trail in the US for like a few months, like 4.5 months. And then I went to Thailand for a while to teach preschool as a preschool teacher. That was really fun. And then I came back to Korea and I'm really happy to be back. But yeah, the first month was like, it was so hard. I got sick and it was just, I didn't have any money. I had to wait for my first paycheck, which I wouldn't get until like, over a month after getting here. So it was like, it was a hard month. It was a hard month. So, which is why I haven't posted because I did want to post. I had made a video before coming here on like an introduction to my channel, and I had like it edited and things for me coming here, but then I just never posted it because life, life happened. Life was crazy, and I couldn't mentally bring time to do this. I had to just work, deal with my sickness that was going on, and then relax and kind of get adjusted to life here because it did take a while. Um, Even after getting paid, it took a while. I had to get my art card and everything, which took, I want to say a month, maybe over a month before I got my art card because there were some delays and stuff with that, because I had to get a health check for that. And then they needed the results before they could start processing the art card. So it was like an extra 2 weeks than what we had planned on it being. And then, to get a phone number and to get a bank account, it was just a lot before I could actually feel like I'm getting somewhat settled, which I do feel now that I'm finally, I have this couch that I bought myself, and I'm so happy because my first 2 years I was here, I had a really small apartment. So I just had like a single bed and a kitchen. There was no room for like anything else. So whenever people came over, which I'm a big homebody and a big introvert, so it didn't happen very often. But when people did come over, they had to like sit on my bed. Like there was nowhere to hang out, which I hated. And now I have a place that's bigger because I specifically asked my workplace to get me a bigger apartment so I could have a couch. I could have an area to actually have people over and to not just be sitting on my bed all the time. Because it was also kind of like a mental thing of like, I do my work on my bed, I eat my food on my bed, I hang out on my bed. Like I'm always on my bed in my bedroom. I didn't like that. It didn't feel great to do that all the time. So having somewhere else to work and watch TV and everything it's really nice. So as soon as I got paid, I ordered this thing, and I got these little cute pillows from AliExpress. They just came in like a little bit ago, and then I brought this blanket from home, so from Canada. But yeah, I'm actually waiting on a carpet for this room. It looks so cute from AliExpress, but it's been like a month since I ordered it. Like it's in Korea, but it's been like held up in customs for like weeks now. Like I could have gotten it so long ago, but it's taking so long to get here. So once I get my carpet, then I will do an apartment tour. I'm just waiting for that because I feel like it'll bring the room together a bit more for the video. Because right now it's like there's some things here and there. I got a table, but it doesn't look as nice as it will when I get my carpet. I hope if the carpet's as good as like the pictures and reviews say it is. We'll see. It's like a cute pattern. It has like blue and pink and purple. I think I don't really. I think it's like blue or pink, and there's definitely some pink in there or some purple. Anyways, I'm really excited to get it, so I really hope I get it soon. And yeah, so sorry, that was a bit of a ramble. But yeah, so this video, I'm going to show you kind of what I filmed before of coming to Korea. Maybe some things on the plane. I think I filmed a little bit when I landed. I could be wrong. I guess we'll see. And then I will end the video by kind of just talking about the beginning of my time in Korea, because it was a lot. Like so much happened. There was mentally draining. I was like, well, what am I doing? Should I really have come back here? Like, should I have just stayed in Canada? Should I have just gotten like a job in Canada? Should I have gone back to school? Like, am I making the right choices? Because I was so mentally drained and physically drained from being sick multiple times and having no money. And yeah. But now I'm really happy and I'm really happy to be here. So for anyone else who's coming to Korea, if your first like month or even couple months is really hard, like don't worry. It will get better. Like that is just the beginning. There's some things you have to overcome in the beginning. Your immune system's getting used to a new environment. Your paycheck is gonna come. You just gotta wait a little bit. And then once you get it, you can get everything that you need. But so when you first come, I guess my advice would be make sure you have enough things that will get you through the first month, like clothing wise. I don't know, like appliance wise, like whatever you need for that first month, make sure you have that with you. And then, oh, maybe not appliance. I can't really bring appliances on the plane, but you know what I mean. Just make sure you have enough things to get you through the first month, knowing you might not be able to, buy many things when you first come, especially because a lot of things I buy through Coupang here, which you can't use without Korean phone number and a Korean bank account. So, you won't be able to get the bank account until you have your art card. So it's going to be like a month, at least a couple weeks until you get that. So you need to make sure you have enough things to get you through the first few weeks. Luckily for me, I had a friend my coworker from when I worked here 2 years ago. She's my coworker again, which I'm really happy about. So she helped me out a lot. There's a couple things that she got for me from Coupang in the beginning that I couldn't get yet. And then I paid her back once I got my paycheck. So it was really nice. So if you do know anybody that can help you, I think that would be really good too. But if you don't, it's also fine, because when I first came here 2 years ago, I didn't have that help and I just pushed through the first month. But yeah, so without further ado, I guess I will show you just a little clips of me coming to Korea, and I'll see you after. Bye. All right. So I hope you enjoyed those little clips and videos. So now I'm going to talk about kind of my journey in Korea from when I landed. Because I landed a bit later at night. I think it was like 6:30, 7 o'clock. And then I had to get my luggage and everything and a bus ticket to Daejeon, which is where I live. And the bus ticket ended up actually being an hour after. Like I got the bus ticket and the next bus wasn't until like another hour for some reason, even though I'm pretty sure there was one sooner, but they must have been full or something. I think the bus ended up coming at 8 o'clock, I think was when it was coming. And then it's like a 2.5 hour bus ride to Daejeon. And so because I didn't have a phone number, I wouldn't have service or anything like that. So I was banking on the bus having Wi-Fi, which it did not end up having. So luckily, I did message my friend using the Wi-Fi at the airport to let her know that like roughly what time I'd be getting at the bus stop in Daejeon because she was gonna meet me there and help me get a taxi and things to bring my bags to my apartment. Um, which I don't know what I would have done without her because I don't know, like I wouldn't have been able to get a taxi. I would have just been like walking my luggage to my apartment. I don't know. I don't know what I would have done because my boss said like she has a kid and everything, so she couldn't come pick me up. And so I was just, I mean, I'm so grateful for my friends. Seriously, I don't know. For everyone else, I hope that your workplace will help you when you land. They should. When I first came here 4 years ago, my workplace, like my boss, picked me up from the bus stop and brought me to my new apartment. Um, well, actually, when I first came to Korea, my new apartment wasn't ready for another week, so I actually had to stay with my boss at her place for a week, which was something. And I didn't know that until I landed, so that was an interesting experience. But anyways, back to this year. I did have my apartment ready for when I landed, but um, no way of getting there. So my friend helped me out. She ended up meeting me at the bus stop, and luckily at the bus stop there was a little bit of Wi-Fi that I connected to. So she like it took her a bit to find where the bus stop was because she was going somewhere else, and so she ended up biking to where I was, and then we tried to get a taxi, and the taxi wouldn't take both my suitcases. So I guess it was too much. He couldn't fit it. So then we had to get two taxis. So she took one with one of my suitcases, and I took one with my other suitcase. And eventually I got to my apartment, and she helped me bring my suitcases up to my room, and she tried to help me set up the Wi-Fi because there was a router provided here, but of course it didn't work. So I had no Wi-Fi at my apartment, and my mom wanted me to like let her know when I got to my place, of course. So then I used my friend's phone to message her on Instagram, and she let me call her for a bit too, which was really good. And then there ended up being like a problem with my router. Like the Wi-Fi wasn't working. So I would have had to go buy my own router. But luckily my friend had an old one that she wasn't using anymore. So she let me use that one. And now I have Wi-Fi with that router. Seriously, my friend helped me so much when I first got here. But anyways, so yeah, I got Wi-Fi, which was one step. The Wi-Fi was like, I think 4 days after I got here was when I got it connected. But that was like a huge thing that helped me a lot having Wi-Fi, because without Wi-Fi, it's like, well, I just come home and there's nothing in my apartment except for a bed. So like, what am I gonna do? So yeah, that was a time. But also when I first got here, I also got sick. I don't really know what I was sick. It was just some kind of like cold from first arriving. It was like all my sinuses and my head. Like I just felt so ugh. And it was like really like when I first got here, I had to work the next day. We were prepping and stuff. I wasn't teaching the next day, but we were working because I landed in Monday night. I went to work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I went in a couple hours on Friday to finish up some things I needed to do, get my classroom ready. And then the next Monday, I started teaching. And it was a lot. It was, the schedule was very packed, so it was very tiring getting my classroom ready, meeting all the students. It was like a lot. Like it was very draining, very stressful in the beginning. I'm definitely fine now. I've adjusted now. The schedule still is a lot, but like a lot of prep involved, a lot of stuff to do, but it's definitely more manageable now. I definitely have my energy back. But as I was saying, yeah, I was sick in the beginning. And so the first week of classes, I was sick. It was not good. I felt like I wore my mask for it, and yeah, it made it extra hard. And then I think it was like a week later, after I had gotten better, it was like a week later that um, there was a outbreak in my school of norovirus. I don't know if you've heard of that before, but it's not a fun experience. It was spread through the kids, the teachers. I got it. I felt horrible that day. Like it was so not. I just felt car sick, nauseous, and like I remember walking home from work that day. I was like bolting it to my apartment because I was so scared that I was gonna have to throw up. Like I felt so nauseous, and I just like collapsed on my bed, and I couldn't eat anything that whole weekend. Luckily, it was a Friday when it like hit me. It started Thursday night, but like it hit me on Friday, so I had the weekend to like adjust. But I couldn't eat anything the whole weekend. It was just a horrible experience. Do not recommend. It was so bad. But since then, other than like the air making my throat a little bit weird once in a while, I've been feeling fine. I haven't gotten sick, and knock on wood. But I also got an air purifier from my place recently, and I think it's helped a lot because I was waking up with a lot of like phlegm in my throat. I think from the air, and ever since I got the purifier, I haven't had it. So either the air has gotten better or it's the purifier, which I'd like to think it's the purifier. Um, so yeah, I'm definitely feeling a lot better now. My body's adjusted, my mind has adjusted, my energy levels have adjusted, and I am doing better. But the first month, yeah, it was rough. Sick a few times. The air was affecting me a lot. Workload was a lot. Having no money was a lot. And I also, with my apartment, because I mentioned before I did get a bigger one, but they originally had two beds in the apartment. One was in the bedroom, one was in the living area that I call it. And I asked them to take out the one from the living area because it's literally just like a bunch of wood pieces put together to make a bed frame. It's really bulky, it's really big. It's a single bed, but it's like really just a not very nice looking bed. And the one in the bedroom fit really nicely against the wall, so it saved a lot of room for the actual room. And it was like a smaller bed. It was like just underneath the mattress. There was no bed frame, or no headboard on the bed, which I really liked because it just fit so nicely between the walls. Like it was just so nice. So I asked them to take out the big bulky one and keep that one. But of course, did that happen? No. They took out the really nice one that was in the bedroom and they left the really big, bulky one that was in my living area. So after a few weeks, um, when I knew that I could actually buy a couch, like when I knew I was getting paid soon, my friend helped me take apart the bed, move it into the bedroom, and then put it back together. And because it's a bigger, bulkier bed, it wouldn't fit how the other one fit. So now it takes up about 3/4 of that room. And so the door that I have there doesn't even open all the way because the closets that are in there are in front of the door. So I can only open it like, I want to say halfway, but like maybe a little bit less than halfway, which is fine. I'm just sleeping in there and my clothes are in there. It's whatever. But like if they took out the bed that I asked them to take out, it just would have been so much better. Like I would have had so much more room in that room. Like the other bed was just so much better. I don't know why these things happen. I don't know why. Like I asked specifically for the other bed, but it is what it is. I have a bed, they provided me a bed, so I am blessed for the things that I got. I'm blessed to have this bigger apartment. It is really like it's an old apartment, so it's definitely like, and I am paying for a bit of it. Like my school pays for some of it, but I pay for um I believe it's 70,000 won plus 30,000 maintenance fees. So 100,000 won is what I'm paying for this apartment. And then my school pays for the rest. So it's not too bad. It's definitely, an old apartment, but I have the space I wanted. So I'm pretty happy with it. Especially at first, I was like, I don't know. Like there's just so many little things like this outlet over here. Like it's just, you touch it and it falls off the wall. And my bedroom door is like it's held, the door, I don't even know what to call it. The door covering is held together with tape along all the edges. And the sink in the bathroom, I'm not even going to get started on the sink in the bathroom, but yeah, there's like a lot of little things because it's an old place. But it's bigger. I have a living room. I have a couch. I have place to have people over. I have a place to hang out during the day that's not my bedroom. So at the end of the day, I'm very happy and thankful for this place. I can deal with the little things. It's okay. Having this space is what's important for me. So I am really happy. But yeah, and the only reason I was able to get this bigger place was because I am working at the same place that I worked at when I first came to Korea. So this is now my third year at the school, but I was away for 2 years. So I knew my boss. I'd already worked with her for 2 years, so I was able to ask her for a bigger apartment. I'm not sure how it works. If it's a whole new job, like I don't know if you can really ask for a bigger apartment right when you're coming here. They might not do that, and you might not want to do that either because paying extra money is not really ideal. Like if I could not pay anything for rent and just pay for utilities, that would be great. But like I definitely recommend when you first come, just take the apartment they give you, but make sure you see pictures of it first. Like make sure it's livable. But I wouldn't worry too much about having space your first year. Like because I did 2 years in a small place, I was like, yeah, I'm done with that now. I want a bigger place. And that's why I got one. But my first year, definitely, it wouldn't matter as much for your first year. Like just take what they give you, even if it's small, just do it for 1 year. And then if you stay at that school, then you can ask for a bigger apartment your second year. And you should be able to get one. Did I get one my second year, even though I asked before signing? No, I did not. But you should be able to. Especially if you ask before re-signing, like if that you make that one of your conditions, I recommend putting it in the contract if that's possible, so that they are bound to do it for you. Learn from my mistakes, okay? But yeah, so I mean, I don't know what else to say really. That was my first bit of time here in Korea. It was rough, but it's good now. Yeah. I guess I will see you next time. I'm going to make an apartment tour, like I said, once I get my carpet. So hopefully I will get that next week. Hopefully. And then, yeah, I'll make an apartment tour. And then we'll go from there. See what other videos I end up coming with. I don't want all my videos to be about living in Korea. I want to do some like other kind of videos. I like story times. I like lifestyle videos, maybe some vlogs if I do something cool. I don't know. But yeah, I don't want it to all be just based on Korea, but I am living here. So of course there are going to be some videos about it. I know some people will be curious about it. I know when I first came here, I wanted to see all the videos about, apartment tours, what it's like to live here, what it's like to teach here. So I will be making content like that too, if that interests you. But yeah, okay. I will see you next time. Like and subscribe, I guess. I don't know. Goodbye.